Hey, how you doing? It's Dan McDonald, and I'm the Life Regenerator here on YouTube. And I want to thank you very much for joining me for today's episode of the Life Regenerator Show. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I just feel like connecting with the YouTube viewers. And I'm going to go out tomorrow and get a bunch of interviews and stuff with as many people as I can. Today I was busy. I did a walk and talk, and then I just needed to take some space, so I went out and just laid in the sunlight. But I did want to just talk about health, and the Woodstock Fruit Festival is so awesome this year. I'm having a great time. I just did some drumming, and just everybody appreciates the drumming. And I've had so much experience with drumming. I was had a lot of training in the drumming, and just love the drumming. And so I'm in a really good mood, and I just had a beautiful day. There's so many people here that appreciate what I do and understand. One of the interesting themes that keeps coming up is the spirituality that I bring to it. I found this amazing comment from a young gentleman who, he first saw my videos, and then he went raw. But then I lost him for a while because I was starting to, get into just the spiritual. How can I hold it? I can't stop it. I mean, it's really happening now at an accelerated rate. That which we call spiritual anyways. It's more like, the unexplainable, really, but it's the effulgence of the inner light wanting to come forth. It feels like love. It feels like harmony. It feels like you want to be a blessing to others. You want to be a blessing to yourself. You feel like you want to continue to evolve and break through barriers and become the master of yourself, whatever. So if we call that spirituality, for lack of a better term, then we shall do that. Evolution of consciousness or whatever, But this young man, then he took some water fasting and started eating cleaner, vegan. And then he came back to the videos, And so now he's like, oh, now I understand the spiritual stuff more. And it kind of helped me really reflect on an overall kind of a revelation of the fact that, some people are going to get it. Some people aren't. I'm going to lose some people for a while, but they'll come back. I'm committing to just doing what I do, and then those who are attracted to that can come here and watch these videos and buy my DVDs and that type of thing. And those that aren't, that's cool too, because I can't blame anybody for not understanding exactly where I'm at on this path. Today I just wanted to talk to you about, how awesome my day was, because what's happening is I get cleaner and cleaner. I need to eat less and less, and I feel clearer and clearer. The food here is amazing, but today, I just had, a glass of orange juice all day long, and I just felt so great. And then I went over and I was like deadlifting, and I'm like really thin right now because I've been just drinking juices and fasting and not really exercising or anything like that. Just really trying to just do this next level thing. Like basically what I'm doing is I'm expending all my energy focusing on creating the ability to become the master of the helm, the master of the ship. So I'm able to take the mind and move it in the direction that I want. Instead of being at the effect of the mind, I'm able to be the controller, the captain of the ship, so that I can produce that which I will in this world. So I've spent a lot of energies, and the clearer and cleaner that you eat, the more mental clarity that you have. So for example, if you just have orange juice all day long and then dinner time comes, and I did hella deadlifts today because I'm going to just train while I'm here, and then I'll go back to doing what I was doing before. I'm not going to stop focusing on becoming the master of the mind, but more of the energy that I've been putting into that may go into the body. I'll probably gain like 5 pounds here lifting weights with Mike, and I'll do an interview with him. But we were deadlifting, and he's like, yeah, you can just break your record from last year. I'm like, Mike, I haven't lifted weights. Well, no, I've been in the gym like maybe once a week for the last few months, but that's just to kind of, get some blood into my muscles and just go have fun, toss some weights around, but no training or anything like that. And I've been eating really light, and I just haven't been really focusing on the physicality of the body. So anyways, I go over there and did some pretty heavy deadlifting, and people were like, whoa, like there was dudes that were twice my size that weren't even able to lift it up off the ground, and I was doing sets of 8. Now I went for 325 and I didn't quite get it. I almost deadlifted 325. Last year's record was 315. I went for 325 and didn't quite pull it. I was so close, but I have to have good form or it doesn't count to me. So I'm gonna, by the end of the week, I'm gonna get 325 up. So I'm gonna 2 weeks. I've got to train, and so I'm gonna be working on that. And so I basically got an appetite tonight, a little one, not much. I just living off orange juice, and then I ate a little bit of this amazing gazpacho that they had, and I put that over some zucchini noodles, and that was enough. But it was like, it was so light. Most people would like be like, that was the lightest meal I've ever had. For me, it was like hella heavy. So, you know, the funny thing about, you know, the less you eat, the less you need to eat, and the more you absorb. You know, so everybody's overeating, you know, and it's not necessary. Yeah, if you're like young and you're a bodybuilder and you're a growing child or whatever, you can do that. But most people are eating more than they need, and they're losing their ability to really have a lot of energy for the brain and the body. Because food doesn't really give you energy. Energy is there, vital energy from the brain and nervous system. It's a vital electrical energy. And then when you stuff your stomach full of food, you take all that energy that could be used for healing, thinking, and contemplating and focusing, as well as accomplishing, and you put it all down into the stomach. And you'll feel it. Like I feel it now. You know, I'm still pretty good off because I just had a nice little pile of thinly sliced zucchini with some clean gazpacho. No garlic, no onions, no salt, nothing like that. Just really light. That's why I like the Woodstock Fruit Festival, because the food is so clean, you know, and you can really dig into it and stuff. But anyways, I just want to encourage people to continue to eat cleaner, and to eat the foods that have the nutrition in it, the minerals and the vitamins and the water. And then you'll just be replacing the fluids in the body, and then the cells will continue to be able to function at a very high level. So people get acidic and the cells can't, you know, breathe very well. They can't function very well. And so you get tired. You get fibromyalgia, you get chronic fatigue, and you get disease conditions. And the acidosis and the congestion builds up in the lymphatic system, and you get the headaches, and you get the tumors, and then you get the sluggishness, and you get the constipation. And so raw foods for the win with these folks. And there's a lot of people that really appreciate what I do. So I'm feeling really good about the work that I do. That's one thing I love about Woodstock Fruit Festival, is all these people that actually understand and appreciate what I do here. There's all different types of people. Some people are really into the athletics, but there's nothing wrong with being athletic and spiritual as well, and becoming the master of your ship, you know. So it depends on where you're at in the path, and that's the thing. Everyone's in a totally different place, you know. And so nobody's right or wrong. There's just, you're just, you know, you got to bust through in the areas that you're trying to bust through in, and accept yourself where you are and help the people you can. And then move forward from there, because I love the oxygen and I love the systematic undereating, which gets a bad name. And mostly I realize it's because it produces a threat, because I know what it's like to be addicted to food, you know, and I'm just beginning to see that I'm breaking that cycle. I can either eat or not eat, and I'm fine. Because if you don't have an acid condition in your stomach, then see what happens is you eat a lot of food, you stretch out your stomach, you have a lot of acids in there, and then as soon as you start to kind of detox, then you don't feel so good, because you start releasing, like 4 to 6 hours after your last meal, your stomach feels all weird because you're detoxifying. But if it's clean from like watermelon or orange juice or cucumber juice or a basic simple salad, then you don't have that acidosis, and then you don't get that, you know, that then what happens is you feel like you need to eat again to sort of stop that process of the detoxification in the stomach, you know, and in the GI tract and stuff like that. So the cleaner that you eat, the less you need to eat, the more energy you have. I'm telling you, if you could eat one moderate meal a day, this is maybe not for like, the reason why athletes need to eat so much is because the heavy pounding of the pavement, they don't even know this, but I've been an athlete my whole life, but the heavy pounding of the pavement, now I'm a spiritual warrior, so it's a little bit different. I'm a spiritual athlete trying to purify and perfect the mind. But when you're pounding the pavement and busting up, you're creating a lot of acids. So you need alkalins to neutralize the acid waste that builds up from the exercise and to replace the minerals that are lost in sweat. So it's like athletes would do really well to drink green juices as well to neutralize, as well as the fruit juices, which have an alkaline effect due to the saliva and mixing the orange juice with the saliva and creates an alkaline effect and flushes the body tissues, or the fluids, excuse me, so that the tissues can function. I just want to continue to emphasize that because people are writing to me and how can I cure such and such disease? But the thing is, it's all the same. There's one royal road back to health. And so if it's diabetes or if it's chronic fatigue or if it's fibromyalgia, your doctor will tell you, oh no, there's a totally different disease and you need totally different drugs for it and totally different. There are a few minor, differences perhaps initially maybe, or different tools that you can use to kind of accelerate your healing. But in general, healing comes from the relinquishment of the accumulation of the waste matter that is obstructing your body. You know what I mean? Like, so I can make these videos and I know that I can help everybody who's dealing with anything, because the doctors and everything, they love this, oh, this is this one and this is this specific thing. And it's just because of where the toxins have localized because of your genetic weaknesses, etc. You know what I'm saying? Where the toxins might locate here in your thyroid area, and then you get, Hashimoto's or something, or they might accumulate in your kidneys, and then you get, you need to be on kidney dialysis or whatever. But at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is use the fruits. The reason why we use the fruits is because they do have the water, they do have the electromagnetics, they do have the minerals, and they do have the astringent and the acids. Now, it's counterintuitive, I know, but these fruit acids create an alkaline reaction in the body because of the mixture of the saliva and the ripened sugars as well as the ripened minerals. That's why you want to make sure you're getting ripe fruit. If you've ever bit into an unripe mango or an unripe pineapple, you know what I'm talking about. A ripe pineapple is healthy and an unripe pineapple is not healthy because your mouth burns, and a mango that's not ripe is nasty and chalky and it doesn't taste good and it's not ripe and you shouldn't eat it because then you'll get stripped of your minerals. You know what I'm saying? Because the alkalinity comes within the last small section of the fruit being on the tree. So learning how to pick ripe fruit is key. That's why today's day and age, I like to bring in more of the leafy green juices, because the fruit's not what it once was. We're not getting wild, mineral-rich, tree-ripened fruit all the time. Sometimes, yes. I live in the Bay Area generally, and they have some of the best fruit in the United States. But for the rest of y'all's, sometimes you ain't getting the best ripe fruit. So that's why I recommend bringing in the green juices, because they're going to have more of those, more concentrated in minerals. And that's just a way to stay balanced and healthy and work on this process of healing by hydrating, mineralizing, and cleansing the system. And it's taken me quite a while to get to this place where I am much, 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 much more in control of eat or not eat. There was a time when food was just, it owned me. Food owned me. And I was determined, like I was with everything else, that I have moved through and transcended. I have come. There was this lady today I was talking to on the dock, and she was asking me, like, why are you so insistent on, continuing to get better? And I'm just like, how could I dishonor God and Mother Nature that way if I know I'm obligated to, make the choices that allow this potential to arise, because I love myself, I love this body, I love my life, and I love other people. And how am I going to help other people? By what I say or by what I do? What I say, you have to just take it at face value. You have to look, you have to listen, you have to say, wow, Dan has grown, or Dan has not grown, or Dan's outgrown me. What's all this spiritual crap? I hate God. You know, it's like, okay, you got to go. That's fine, you know what I'm saying? But you got to look and see. Like, I do have to use words in a picture here. And I'm definitely healthier than I've ever been. There's no doubt about that. I got some comments tonight on, you know, what a hunk I am and all that stuff. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I feel pretty good. But I'm feeling healthy and I feel great. And I want to encourage people because I know there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of diseases. There's a lot of depression. And, you know, a lot of it can be alleviated through the path of the healthier diet. Because, man, I'm telling you, if you start feeding your brain fruit, the depression can be lifted. I mean, imagine the dude just picked his nose, put the burger on the bun, doesn't give a crap about his job, and now he's got his hand all up on your burger, plus it's a dead cow with wax cheese, chemical pickles, chemical ketchup on a chemical bun, made with soy burger animals with hormones. You got like a depression burger. And plus also, man, I don't even like the cooked food at all, man. Sorry to say. I'm just not like trying to judge nobody, but I can't really promote it. Just through my own experiences. Because I want to see you rise up. And I will tell you, when you are, like, when I was on orange juice today, I was so clear. I came here, I washed all the mud off me from the mud bath. And I was just like, I'm not even hungry. It was dinner time and everybody eats hella food here, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even want to do that. I don't have that. Like, at first it was like all this free food. That was like a lack of consciousness. But now I'm so abundant. And I've allowed myself to eat as much as I want, when I want, fats and everything else. And now I'm just like, finally I'm in a place where it's like, you know what? There's always going to be enough food. There will never be enough food for a hungry soul. So I'm working on feeding myself from another place. I'm feeding myself love from my own heart and light from the sun and electromagnetic energy from the earth. And I'm feeding myself in a way of being there for people. Like here, I was here and I was like, I'm just going to go out and love people today. And I fed myself that for like an hour or two. And then I went and I was like, yo, I got to get some orange juice up in here. I just wanted a little OJ, and it was really good because I had worked out and done all the deadlifts and some bench pressing and stuff like that. And so my body really took that orange juice, you know. And then Natea was sitting next to me, and I was like, damn, that gazpacho looks good. And I'm also going to start training. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to start eating a little bit more so that I can hit the weights tomorrow with everybody. And I'm going to work out. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to eat a little bit and put this whole like, you know, illumination master, just drink juice thing to the side for a minute while I'm here at Woodstock. And then when I get back to wherever I go, which I don't even know where I live anymore, you know what I'm saying? I've been staying in my truck. I never told anybody that we had to leave Sedona for a whole bunch of reasons, but we left from Sedona and we moved back to the Bay, and we've been staying in a truck and, you know, in the truck and the motel rooms and everything, and just driving around. So looking for a place now so I can get a kitchen and start making some gourmet raw food, because I'd rather make gourmet raw food for people than have them be eating the junk food, because ain't nobody going to just jump to like breatharian overnight, you know, or fruitarian or whatever. Breatharian scares people, but, you know, I explained to everyone, you can go for weeks without food. You can go for days without water, but you can't go nothing but 5 minutes. You can't go more than 5 minutes without air. So, you know, 5-10 minutes or whatever, you know. Most people 2 or 1, you know. But what does that make you? That makes you breath, number one food source. When you stop breathing, you start dying. And it's 1/10,000th of a second. So we are everything. It's funny because the brain and the digestive system, they're all, look at how big the lungs are. They are and they have like their own like protective roll cage. You know, what's up with the lungs? Those are your babies. So if you're smoking and you're living in the cities and stuff, you know, you got to do some work to keep neutralizing the acids from all that soot. But it is hard. It is hard to, without the fresh air. I'm telling you, the fresh air puts you at a whole nother level. And the fresh juices to replace those fluids. There is nothing you can't do as far as your health goes. They'll make you a hopeless case, and I'll say, you still breathing? You got hope. Yeah, you might have to do some work because it takes time to transition slowly, but your potential is infinite. And you know, it is. You can do anything, and when you start to get clear down here and you're less of a food addict, most people don't even know it because they don't even get this far. They just eat whatever they want whenever the second they get some kind of inclination. They don't look at it and go, do I really want sizzler, crab, lobster? I mean, it's just pleasure, 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 neuronal stimulation, but then it's like clogged up, backed up, acidic, gout, arthritis, putrefaction, tumors, lymphatic congestion, pain, stiffness, bad breath, mineral depletion, out goes your hair, you lose the luster of your eyes, it plugs up your hearing, it plugs up your eyes, it plugs up your sinuses, because those foods are dead. And living food equals life. The fruits and the leafy green herbs and the dead food is not going to be able to bring you the electromagnetic, vibrational, living moisture richness. It's the fluids and the minerals that are like activators for the human organism. Food is just a chemical stimulant for cellular activity, and that's why the DTM has lost a lot of his that sort of crazy entertainment magnetism. And I noticed that today, and it kind of made me sad. That's why I had a rough day in the morning. I gave a talk and I was so monotone. Not only had I not slept because of the jet lag thing, I was up till 4 in the morning and had to get up at 6, so I didn't even get to sleep. Then I woke up and gave this. Everyone said the talk was great, but I know when I give a good talk or not. And I was like monotone, but then I was depressed. But you know what? It was like, when you the more you eat, the more energies are in there, the more kind of dynamic the chemical stimulation is from the sources of external. There's the vital electricity, and then there's the chemical stimulation that goes into the blood and kind of, whatever you want to eat. Food, it's a stimulant, Nothing wrong with that, but do you want to stimulate yourself on oranges, or do you want to stimulate yourself on crab legs and butter and sea salt and whatever? You know what I'm saying? It's a choice that you get to make, but I'm just trying to help people to understand that you cannot escape the laws of nature. They're immutable. They just really are. If you don't think they are, you should just go jump off a building, and the lovely law of nature, which is called gravity, is just going to take you down to the ground, and it's just how the laws are. So you have to be very aware and align yourself with the laws, because breaking the laws is going to break you. So what you do is you have reverence for Mother Nature. Boom. Serious reverence. Like, she is going to win. You are not going to beat her, because you live within the physical flesh, and you must adhere to those laws or pay the penalties. And so that's what I'm trying to do, because I've always had reverence for the laws of the mother. Because check it out. I mean, I don't know why, but I got 2 copies of the Essene Gospel of Peace. This is the original one, hella bent up, been read, gone through. Oh, the Gospel of Peace. Happy are you that hunger for the truth, for I will satisfy you with the bread of wisdom. Who is our mother, and which is our angels? Which is her, and which her angels? And where is her kingdom? Your mother is in you, and you in her. She bore you. She gives you life. It was she who gave to you your body, and to her shall you one day give it back again. Happy are you when you come to know her and her kingdom. If you receive your mother's angels, and if you do her laws, I tell you truly, he who does these things shall never see disease. For the power of our mother is above all, and it destroys Satan and his kingdom, and has rule over all your bodies and all living things. I don't know how I turned right to that little pagey-wagey, but it must have been divinely inspired. But I have reverence for the mother, and I am going to align myself with her majesty for all the days of my life. I love nature, and I love fruits, and I love herbs, and vegetables, and sunlight, and fresh air, and trees, and dirt, and leaves, and little spiders crawling on me today, and mud on my body, and swimming in the lake, and loving people. And I want to put this out there because so many people came today. I was so depressed. I was on drugs, and they came here today, and I've been raw for a year, and you totally changed my life. And it's like, I got to just make these crazy videos of a dude who's like, what are you talking about, dude? Make some sense out of something. You're not like anybody else. But you know what? The people that I need to reach are the ones that I'm reaching, and this video right here could potentially save a life. So it's my absolute obligation to get up here, be my crazy self, send out love, and encourage others to be yourself. Take your insanity and turn it into a job and a service. That's what I did. That's my recommendation. You know what I mean? Instead of, oh, I got to wait until I'm perfect, or I got to wait until I'm prepared, or I haven't gone to college and all this. It's like, I'm not good enough. It's like, nah, man, just start a YouTube channel, dude. Some people will find you. You know, you can't wait to act. Life is so short. I said that today in my talk. Life is so short. You got about 2 seconds to make it or break it. Leave a legacy of love. Become your infinite potential. And never stop knowing, because once you get to Avatar, then it's time to move on to the next. You'll be working on the next level, which is Archangel. You know what I'm saying? It never ends. It's unlimited, the scope of the evolution of consciousness. We have just begun. We are human beings, and we are spiritual beings in a human flesh. And this thing is our receiver, and it's our little transportation system while here on Earth, and it allows us to touch our mate and feel the electricity of the skin when we hug someone, and when we kiss them on their cheek, when they give a back massage, and we can feel the crisp air on our face, and we can bite into the juicy orange, and it just flushes our throat with its golden love. Ah, man. And we just want to take care of this thing. I do. I love it. To me, it's this passion. It's like, how clean can I get? It's like orthorexia with the most intelligent approach, the most divine understanding. Divine orthorexia. Because I don't plan on being a skinny toothpick the rest of my life. It's just that I've got to take what I did in my life, in the past, and stop saying that stupid story, but just move on and clean out all the antibiotics, the pharmaceuticals, recreationals. Okay, I broke my hand, Vicodin, I mean, just all the things that I've done to regenerate my brain so that I can become the master of the ship, which totally controls and regulates the emotions. When you're like right there and you're like, I am divine love. And then all the thing, oh, okay, well then all this little stuff doesn't really bother me. Am I going to pay my bills? Do they like me? Are they going to accept me? You're like, I am divine love. And you just be that for everyone, for yourself. And you just love yourself just the way you are. You just love yourself just the way you are, even when you totally blow it. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that to my wife. I'm an idiot. And you might be working at it for a couple weeks after you say something dumb to your wife, but you got to still love yourself, because he who makes the most mistakes has the most success. Can you dig it? Fail your way to success. That's what I've done. I've made some big old whoppers on these videos, man. Made some big mistakes, in my life. But I'm one of those types of people that always learns and grows from it. And I'm going to continue to do so. So I just came here to connect with you because, the Woodstock Fruit Festival crew, last year they were my friends. This year, it's family here. This is tight. The challenges that we've experienced have brought us so much closer together. And it is mellow here, and it's chill, and it's love, and it's exercise, and it's fruit, and it's family. And I'm really glad to be here to hear everyone's stories and how much they appreciate these videos, because that's like, oh wow, that fills me up, you know? Because sometimes it's hard to know. It's just, am I really doing any good? Am I just a rambling madman? I'm sure there's hella people that are thinking this guy's a rambling madman, but I think there's some of the YouTube viewers out there, and this is why I make these videos for you. For you who are still watching and still, you know, absorbing. You know, because there's this thing inside of me, you know, and I intend to cultivate it, nurture it, and let it grow, push it back on myself and spread it out into the world and allow it to just pour through me so that the cup is overflowing, so that we can drink of a man's experience and love and devotion, you know, so that maybe somebody who's depressed has hope. Because I'll tell you, man, when you eat good, the difference it can make in your outlook. When you really do the work of contemplation and dissecting, do I really need to think this way? Should I hold on to this story or let it go? Can I forgive that person? You become the master, you know, of your mind. And I saw that right there on that bed just a couple nights ago. And I saw that I'm the master. I'm the one. My life will never be the same. These revelations are coming up out of nowhere, man. It's like, they're like, Dan, you think this is a cult? I'm like, no, I just can't help it. It's just like, it's like the light bulb is turning on. And it's because of the clean food and the systematic undereating, which is frowned upon. But it's just because they don't understand. And that's okay, you know? It's okay to be skinny for a while, because look at Gandhi. He weighed 90 pounds. He took a whole country, freed it without even firing a shot. So you never know who or what's going to do what. And a skinny guy can still become an amazing conduit for divinity. You know, for sure, it's going to be a couple more years of this process that I'm in. And then when I'm done with that, with this final, these final, you know, tunings, if you will, I will be ready to start a ministry here in the world. YouTube's just been a way for me to kind of have fun, get my chops down, grow, have an income for myself and my family, and I appreciate you so very much. For all you insiders, I'll be sending you a video here real soon to connect with you over there, and I'm also sending some recipes, and I've got some great recipes. I got a million recipes. We started talking about food today, and I was just like, don't get me started on no recipes, because they'll start coming to me. I hate that when I'm sleeping and I got all these recipes and like, is anyone hungry? I got to try this out, you know? Oh God, it's like I'm a recipe making machine. Out of my head, I get all these ideas, downloads, like, oh my God, that would be so good, you know? But all I do is drink orange juice. That's all I had today, orange juice, and then this gazpacho on a little bit of zucchini, and that was it. And it felt like so heavy, man. What normally people would eat like bowls and bowls of carbs and all this stuff and food, and I'm just like, it's just like, I had this really light, and then it was, so, you know, you just have to take what I'm sharing here, and you like, you know, you just got to work it with you where you want. But I know all y'all that have done like juice fasting or watermelon island or mono fruit island, you know what I'm talking about, when things are clean and smooth, and it's just like, you're just like, whoa, dude, I did not know I could feel this good, because you get clear and happy and energized and illuminated, because the obstructions are being removed to the flow of the cosmic radiation, which is amazing. You know, we're light beings. I mean, you know, I know it seems like a little crazy, but I know what I know, because I feel it and I see it and I sense it. And, you know, that's all there is to it. But I know I went on for a little bit here, but I sure enjoy connecting with you. And I know that if you're still here, you're a true DTM. Dan the Man fan. I've got a master plan, you know, and that's just to expand as much as I can. So if these videos help you, you just let me know, and I'll keep making them till the cows come home. And all these things are related to your healing of your body. So take what I do and all these things that I'm sharing and apply them in your life. It's real. The food thing is real. And if people want to eliminate diseases and stuff, they'll hydrate, they'll mineralize, they'll alkalize, they'll detoxify, they'll use the colonics, the enzymes, the massage, they'll use the essential oils, which are high vibrational frequencies, they'll use the bare feet on the grass, you'll go out into the sun and take a nap, not too long, don't get sunburned, but, you know, and then you'll breathe the fresh air, you'll go to the ocean, you'll go to the lake, you'll go to the river, and you'll just immerse yourself, and here's the key. You do all those amazing things, but you've just got to let go and let go and let go. And if you want, let me know if you want to do like a letting go meditation video. Let me know down below. If you made it this far, you're a DTM fan and I can trust you. You want to see, because I know you're going to say yes. So what I'll do is sit in this chair tomorrow and we will get so relaxed. I go into the character. The character's still alive. He was dead this morning. He was like monotone, life regenerator, been on orange juice too long, you know, hasn't slept. No like dynamic vitality, but I had the character, the DTM character was on the video today, but I can go out of that and we can relax deeply, because that's going to be the key to your healing. Is your ability to let go deeply. It starts with the body, and as the body gets more and more relaxed in the chair or on the floor, the mind can quiet down. And you breathe and you let go. Each breath, take the in-breath, and on each exhale, you let go more deeply. And you let go more deeply. And you take another breath. And you let go more deeply. And you get so relaxed that the healing energy can begin to do its work. And you allow that healing energy to bring up what it needs to bring up. And you feel those feelings and you see those thoughts. And you allow that, and you learn to allow the flow of life energy. And you have pleasant days and you have unpleasant days. But you're human and it's okay. Love yourself just the way you are, all of you, all of yourself. Let go and relax. I should make some audio programs for relaxation, shouldn't I? I've always wanted to do that because I really want to help people at a deep level to breathe, to have faith, to let go, to relax, so that your nervous system can unwind, your heart can blossom, your mind goes quiet, the body goes into a state of healing and purification the more deeply you let go and relax. Thank you so much for being here with me today to give me this opportunity to feel the love flowing through me, sending it out. Peace be with you. Can't get up to turn the camera off. I'm too relaxed. This stuff really works. Oh, okay, force myself. I'm so relaxed.